Ladies and gentlemen, could you please rise for the entrance of the University of Saskatchewan 2017 Spring Convocation graduates?
Could I ask the graduates to turn and face the platform, please? Thank you. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Spring Convocation 2017. We are fortunate today to have Her Honor, the Honorable Vaughan Solomon Schofield, Lieutenant Governor of Saskatchewan, with us for Convocation. In a moment, I will ask you to observe Her Honor's entrance. Once she's at her seat, the orchestra will play the Vice-Regal Salute. The Vice-Regal Salute is a combination of excerpts from O Canada and God Save the Queen, and there will be no singing during the Vice-Regal Salute. But we will ask you to remain standing and join our vocalist, Angela Urichanine, in the singing of O Canada. Ladies and gentlemen, Her Honor, the Honorable Vaughan Solomon Schofield, Lieutenant Governor of the Province of Saskatchewan. Seated. So once again, graduands, family and friends, distinguished guests, welcome to Convocation. My name is Beth Bilson. I'm the University Secretary, and I have the honor of introducing to you at this time the distinguished members of the platform party that you see before you. So beginning with the front row on my left and on your right, Russell Eisinger, University Registrar, Patty McDougall, Vice Provost Teaching and Learning, Bob Badger, Traditional Knowledge Keeper, Chancellor Emeritus Blaine Fable, Chancellor Emeritus Tom Malloy, Karen Chad, Vice President Research, Greg Fowler, Vice President Finance and Resources, Michael Atkinson, Provost and Vice President Academic, President Peter Stoichev, the Honorable Roy Romano, who will be installed today as the 15th Chancellor of the University of Saskatchewan. Her Honor, Vaughn Solomon Schofield, Lieutenant Governor of Saskatchewan. The Honorable Gordon Wyant, Minister of Justice and Attorney General. The Honorable Scott Moe, Minister of Environment. The Honorable Bronwyn Eyre, Minister of Advanced Education. Mary Buer, Dean, College of Agriculture and Bioresources. Don Bergstrom, Dean, College of Engineering. Members of our Board of Governors, Joy Crawford, Jay Kalra, Daphne Arneson, and Catherine Ford. Jack Fotheringham, who will be bringing greetings to the Chancellor on behalf of students. Candace Wasakase Lafferty, Director, Aboriginal Initiatives. Fran Wally, Associate Dean Academic, College of Agriculture and Bioresources. Bob Tyler, Associate Dean Research and Graduate Studies, College of Agriculture and Bioresources. Haley Heslin, recipient of the Master Teacher Award. Melissa Just, Dean, University Library. Martha Smith Norris, Associate Dean, College of Graduate and Postdoctoral Studies. And Bruce Sparling, Associate Dean, College of Engineering. In the third row, this afternoon's university orators, Kathleen James Cavan, Terry Bedard, Ken Howland, and Dave Mensch. Representatives of the University Senate, Jim Pulfer, Stuart Garvin, and Victoria Neufeld. Chancellor Jim Tompkins of the University of Regina, Mark DeYoung, representing the University of Manitoba, Daphne Terrace, representing York University, Joe Garcia, representing Carleton University, Carolyn Gasper, Vice President, Graduate Students Association, David Dion, President of the University of Saskatchewan Students' Union, Pauline Mellis, University of Saskatchewan Alumni Association, Brian Harvey, University of Saskatchewan Retirees Association. And behind them, and I would ask them to stand, members of the faculty of the University of Saskatchewan. Would you please join me in welcoming all our guests? And I'd like you also to join me in thanking the faculty, the administration, and members of our governing bodies for the work they have done in supporting, teaching, and encouraging our graduates. We acknowledge the traditional territory of Treaty 6 and the homeland of the Métis on which we have gathered for this event. We pay our respects to the First Nations and Métis ancestors of this place and reaffirm our relationship with one another. Your Honor, the University of Saskatchewan Act provides that there shall be a Chancellor of the University who is appointed by the Senate of this University. In accordance with the provisions of the Act, on October the 15th, 2016, the Senate appointed Roy Romano as Chancellor. Therefore, Your Honor, on behalf of the Convocation of the University of Saskatchewan, I present to you Roy Romano and ask that in your capacity as Lieutenant Governor of Saskatchewan, you install him as our university's 15th Chancellor.
Thank you. Sir, Do you, Roy Romano, pledge yourself to perform the duties of the Chancellor of the University of Saskatchewan as prescribed by law and by the statutes of the university? And do you promise to defend the rights and to promote the welfare of the university and the members thereof?
I do so promise.
In the name of the University of Saskatchewan, I now install you, Roy Romano, in the office of Chancellor of the University, and I invest you with the responsibility pertaining to that office. Looks good.
How do I put this on? Like this? Does it fit? Can I give you a hug? Thank you so much for doing this.
Please stand as you are able for the honor song, and there is no applause following the honor song. Please be seated. As your program indicates, a number of people will be bringing greetings to the new Chancellor, and I will ask Her Honour to begin.
Eminent Chancellor, Dr. Stoichev, distinguished platform guests, graduates, family and friends, good afternoon. I am absolutely delighted to join you here in Treaty 6 territory and to be part of this very special day in your lives. Chancellor, congratulations on your appointment. You began your life of public service, I think, back in 1967, the very year that our nation celebrated the centennial anniversary of Confederation. Half a century later, as we mark Canada's 150th anniversary, you mark 50 years of outstanding service. Mr. Romano, your legacy is astonishing. Should anyone need reminding, the biography contained in the program provides just some highlights of your remarkable contributions to our province and to our country. When we speak of legacies, some may equate the term with the end of a career, but you, sir, have miles to go before you sleep. The University of Saskatchewan is fortunate indeed to benefit from your experience, your wisdom, and your vision. So thank you for your willingness to serve in this role. To the graduates, you are fortunate to have in your Chancellor an extraordinary example of excellence and generosity, and of the potential that exists for each and every one of you. Today you celebrate your academic achievements. Tomorrow you will look to the future. As you consider further education and your career path, may you also consider service. I've always loved the quote from Wilfred Grenfell, who said, "The service that we render to others on this earth is really the rent we pay for our room on this earth. It is obvious that man himself is a traveler. The purpose of this world is not to have and to hold, but to give and to serve. There can be no other meaning." As you plan for the future, please remember that our province and our nation need capable people like you to serve on boards and committees and to become engaged in governance at the local, provincial, and national levels. Our charities and our institutions that do so much for all of us need you. I congratulate all the graduates on your achievements. Attending university is not easy. It's expensive, it's hard work, and it requires a lot of determination. Your professors and your family are very proud of you, and I wish you the very best in whatever futures you choose to create. In closing, as always, it is my privilege and my pleasure to bring you greetings on behalf of Her Majesty, Queen Elizabeth II, Queen of Canada. And once again, congratulations. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. I would like to acknowledge Your Honor, Eminent Chancellor Roy Romano, President Dr. Peter Stoichev, Candace Wasakase-Lafferty, Director of Aboriginal Initiatives, my colleagues, the Honourable Gordon Wyant and the Honourable Scott Moe, Chancellor Representatives, Chancellor Emeritus Blaine Fayvel, and Chancellor Emeritus Tom Malloy, Leah Hennekew, University Board Chair, and faculty and student representatives. In Saskatchewan, you never have to go far to meet people you know. Chancellor Emeritus Tom Malloy's daughter and I went to the French school together. University Secretary Beth Bilson's daughter and I took ballet together. Dr. Joe Garcia taught me political studies. Dr. Stoichev was Dean of Arts, my boss, when I taught German at the U of S. Chancellor Romano guest lectured in law when I was in that college. My mother worked in agriculture with Fred Fulton, whose family is presenting an award today. And I meet Ministers Moe and Wyant occasionally in passing. I also believe that Minister Moe's son is graduating today. So it is a reunion of friends, a version of This Is Your Life, and so it will be for all of you. I'm pleased to be here as a proud U of S alumna on behalf of Premier Brad Wall and the Government of Saskatchewan. And I would like to begin by welcoming the new University of Saskatchewan Chancellor, Mr. Roy Romano, whose extensive public service experience will be a valuable asset to the university. Of course, I would also like to congratulate the graduates here today. You should be so proud of what you've achieved. Certainly, our government is proud to work with the University of Saskatchewan and the accomplished colleges represented here today, which play such an important role in our post-secondary sector and the broader economy. Our government is also proud to support student success through many investments in student financial supports, such as the Universal Saskatchewan Advantage Scholarship. Since its inception in 2012, the Saskatchewan Advantage Scholarship has provided over 67,000 scholarships to approximately 32,000 students, totaling over $33 million. This year, our government provided over $9 million for the program, and last year the scholarship helped over 20,000 students reduce their tuition costs, which work out to $2,000 over 4 years. We are also very proud of the Graduate Retention Program, the most aggressive student attraction and retention program in the country, which provides up to $20,000 in tax credits if you live and work in Saskatchewan, which we hope you do. We would love to have you to build great futures here together. Congratulations again to every graduate here today. I wish you all the best as you embark on this exciting new chapter. Thank you so much.
Your Honor, honorable cabinet members, Mr. President, Mr. Provost, former chancellors, graduates, Chancellor, honored guests, ladies and gentlemen. It is my privilege and honor and pleasure to bring to you, Mr. Chancellor, special greetings and good wishes on behalf of the university faculty on this auspicious occasion of your installation. Faculty members who know you well are fully aware that you have a strong bond with and affection for this university. Invariably, you credit this university for providing you with a solid education that laid the foundations for your many careers. As you said, all the opportunities in my life flowed from my time at the University of Saskatchewan. We can hope that all the graduates may be able to say the same at some point. I trust that when you said that, you meant that it was a time in the classroom and the library and not the time at Louis' Pub that all good things flowed from. And we're glad that you've come back to us in many capacities. You may want to clarify that, incidentally, for posterity. If you don't, your biographers will. Very good understanding. I think faculty members know you're well cognizant that you have very good understanding of various important aspects of the university, including its central place in the arts, culture, economy, and development of the province. That you have a good understanding of its relations with the governmental sector and its relationships with the non-governmental sector. Your understanding of these matters is based on more than half a century, and I don't want to put precise dates on that. I know you don't like dates, Honorable Chancellor, but directly or indirectly, you've been affiliated with the university for more than half a decade, and most recently, this has included your involvement as Senior Policy Fellow in the College of Arts and Science, and you've been actively involved in teaching and scholarly work. Faculty members who know you well are impressed by several of your qualities, personal traits that have been very evident. The most notable of these are that you're a sensible, sensitive, and supportive person, and that you're very humble, helpful, and humorous person. Those of us who have worked with you closely over the last few years have been very impressed with your dedication to teaching and scholarly work. These are just some of the fine qualities that you have that render you an excellent candidate to serve as the 15th Chancellor for the University of Saskatchewan. Faculty members are heartened by several things you have said since being appointed Chancellor, and I'll just profile 4 of these that the faculty believes are quite important. I think I speak for all of them, or many of them. The first is that you have an understanding of the proper and prevailing vision of this university. This is the vision of a university with a laudable mission focused on the discovery and dissemination of knowledge, that serves peoples and places within and beyond the provincial, national, and international boundaries, and that it is also contributes to the development of the minds and spirits of students. Second, we have an appreciation of your understanding of the value of this university to the city, the country, the province, and the world. Third, we're heartened by your views on the Chancellor's key roles within the governance system of this institution, where you have said the Chancellor's role is to make sure that he or she is both a shield and a sword in the sense of the protector and promoter of academic excellence and academic freedom. These are the two foundational cornerstones of this university. The fourth is your commitment to the shared leadership of ensuring the foundations and reputation of the U of S remain strong. As you said, quote, "I never imagined being Chancellor, but I will do whatever I can to assist the institution in maintaining and improving its standing as one of the best universities in Canada and beyond." With these important points in mind and many more, the U of S faculty members wish you the very best in your commitment to serve as Chancellor and to serve not just for the good of our university, but also for the good of our local, provincial, national, and global communities. In short, Mr. Chancellor, thank you for your willingness to serve our university and accept our best wishes for all your endeavors in your efforts to do so. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Lovely. Well, good afternoon, everyone. This is indeed a momentous day. I think we've got more people here for this convocation than we've ever had in the history of the university. It's a day to celebrate the graduates from Colleges of Agriculture and Bioresources and Engineering, and also to recognize our new Chancellor. So, Your Honor and Eminent Chancellor, it's nice to be able to say that, and honored guests and all of you who are here today, the U of S has had 14 Chancellors, and with Roy Romano, we've got our 15th. They've been extraordinary people, and you might wonder who they've been and what they do, and what qualified them to become chancellors, and I can't speak about all of them, but I do want to mention some of the more recent ones to put our current chancellor now in that context and in that company. Peggy McKercher was the chancellor here from 1995 to 2001. She chaired the Meewasin Valley Authority in its formative and tumultuous years, and it's because of her courageous work back then that we have a Meewasin Valley Authority still in a beautiful Saskatchewan River Valley environment. She served on the Saskatchewan Arts Board and the Trans-Canada Trail Foundation Advisory Board, and she was named Saskatoon Citizen of the Year in 1989. Two other women have been chancellors here. Sylvia Fedoruk, who was a graduate student at the University of Saskatchewan and part of the team that designed and built the cobalt-60 cancer therapy treatment that has saved the lives of millions of people around the world. She was our chancellor from 1986 to 1989 and later the lieutenant governor. Vera Pezer, four-time Canadian women's curling champion, member of the Saskatchewan Sports Hall of Fame, influential student counselor, community builder on countless boards, and sports psychology PhD holder, was chancellor from 2007 to 2013. Ted Turner, president of the Saskatchewan Wheat Pool during the momentous years of 1969 to 1987, almost 20 years, served on highly influential boards and committees throughout his distinguished career, such as the Conference Board of Canada and the International Trade Advisory Committee. Blaine Favel, on stage with us today, former chief of Poundmaker Cree Nation and Grand Chief of the FSIN, a lawyer with an MBA from Harvard, was chancellor from 2013 to 2017. I had the honor to become president while he was chancellor. He led the development of the First Nations Bank of Canada and the Saskatchewan Indian Gaming Authority. He served with the Canadian Department of Foreign Affairs and as a special advisor to the Assembly of First Nations National Chief Phil Fontaine. We would not be enjoying all of the elements of the lives we lead right now if it were not for the work and passion of each of these former chancellors. Just want to say a bit about a few others to set the context again. Others have been influential in our justice system, such as law school graduate Tom Malloy, on stage with us today as well, the federal government's chief negotiator in the Nunavut Land Claim Agreement and author of the book The World is Our Witness. He was a chancellor of this university from 2001 to 2007. Prime Minister John Diefenbaker, who introduced the Canadian Bill of Rights that was the country's first and groundbreaking law to protect human rights and fundamental freedoms, was chancellor of this university from 1969 to 1979. Civil liberties advocate, Medicare author, and Supreme Court Justice Emmett Hall was a chancellor here from 1980 to 1986. He was a law school classmate of Diefenbaker's. Justice Hall proposed compelling reasons for Aboriginal land title existing in British Columbia under common law, and that later influenced Prime Minister Pierre Trudeau to begin land claims negotiations with First Nations, and after that led to former Chancellor Malloy's chief negotiator work. Hall's 1964 Royal Commission on National Healthcare Services report recommended Canada adopt Saskatchewan's public health insurance model, and in it he wrote that the only thing more expensive than good health care is no health care. These were civil liberties politicians and advocates, legal thinkers, community leaders, and nation builders. And so to Roy Romano, who earned a BA in political science and later a law degree from the University of Saskatchewan. He was president of the Student Union, whose chambers here are now named after him. During that time, he promoted the annual snake dance and defended himself superbly when summoned to the president's office to defend any one of a number of dubious student activities of the day. That, in turn, prepared him well for a distinguished political and public service career. You may know many of its features. I'll only remind you that he was premier for 3 consecutive terms from 1991 to 2001 and won a seat in the legislature 8 times. Before all that, he served as deputy premier under Alan Blakeney as attorney general for the province. He was deeply involved in the negotiations that led to the repatriation of the Canadian Constitution in 1981, superseding our former Chancellor Diefenbaker's Bill of Rights. In 2002, Roy Romano later authored the only other Royal Commission on Healthcare in Canada besides Emmett Hall's. So if you want to become Chancellor at the U of S, start amending the Constitution or writing a Royal Commission on Canada's healthcare system. I'm not inclined to boast, but one saves the few times it's necessary for those occasions when it's most defensible and accurate. Roy Romano is the most distinguished chancellor of any at Canada's 96 universities right now. He's a testament to the enormous influence that this university has had on this country and far beyond it. We are extremely fortunate to witness his installation today and to recognize how he continues a proud tradition here of, as our vision statement says, serving the public good. All our chancellors have been servants of the public good, nation builders, and it is movingly fitting that Roy Romano, a leader among U of S nation builders, is installed as our 16th chancellor in this, Canada's 150th anniversary.
Good afternoon, graduates, family, friends, faculty, and members of our platform party. My name is Jack Fotheringham, and I'm a student in political studies at the University of Saskatchewan. Although I've never had the pleasure of taking a course in agriculture or engineering, or perhaps the difficulty for someone like me in liberal arts, I have had the opportunity to take a class with Chancellor Romano. And as I have only 2 minutes, I will not endeavor here to list Chancellor Romano's many contributions to Saskatchewan and Canada's history, although there's a great outline, as previously mentioned, in your program and on Wikipedia, too. But instead, I would like to speak on Chancellor Romano's commitment to public service and to congratulate him on his new role on behalf of the students of the U of S. Since he graduated from the College of Law at the University of Saskatchewan, Professor, or Chancellor Roy Romano now, I should say, has dedicated his life to bettering his province and his country. And in my time at the U of S, albeit brief, I have known him to be someone who always has a moment to talk, some wisdom to share, perhaps a colorful constitutional war story, even in spite of a schedule overloaded with teaching, administration, and continuing community involvement. Whether it is speaking at a student-organized event or even a quick chat in the hall, it seems as he is always contributing to the university's social fabric in some way. Now, as a former pupil of his, I can attest to Chancellor Romano's commitment to this university and to the well-being of its student body. And though undoubtedly he will have much work to do, I can hardly think of someone better to represent our community as our Chancellor. And with that, Chancellor Romano, please accept my heartfelt congratulations on behalf of the student body on your new position as Chancellor at the University of Saskatchewan.
I'm the last one. It's okay. Eminent Chancellor, Your Honor, President Stoichev, Chancellors Emeritus Favel and Malloy, very pleased to see you both here today. To our MLAs, thank you for coming and representing our government. But most of all, thank you to my fellow, platform members, but most of all, thank you very much for coming, the families that are here to support our graduates today. Without the families behind you all the way, what you've achieved would feel so impossible. So I'm grateful to you all. I've been asked to bring greetings today on behalf of the Indigenous community, which we all know would probably be impossible. There's such a large, diverse, eclectic group of people and communities across this country. But I would like to bring greetings and words of welcome to our new Chancellor on behalf of the Indigenous community that you will find, that you've experienced at the University of Saskatchewan. We are a very diverse community, and we alone, between the students of 2,400, the faculty, the staff, we roughly number about 3,000 people. Representing communities across this land, we are Métis, we are Cree, we are Dene, we are Saulteaux. We are Lakota, Nakota, Dakota. We are Inuit, we are Haida, we are Salish, Anishinaabe, we are Iroquois, we are Mi'kmaq, we are Gitxsan and Blackfoot. And there's a whole host of many other nations represented here at the University of Saskatchewan. For as varied as we are, at the University of Saskatchewan, we are one strong and growing tribe who are committed to improving the university, improving our communities, and improving our world. The growing contributions of Indigenous community on our campus will help shape the university for generations to come. It is this work that's done with heart, respect, and with deep understanding of community values. Chancellor Romano, I'm very excited to see what you can bring to this role as Chancellor. You are a long-standing and well-respected public servant, and you've proven yourself in many, many roles. Your connection to this university goes back to the 50s. You were not only a student, but a student leader as president of our USSU, an alumnus of 2 colleges, a senior policy fellow, and now as our Chancellor. Just yesterday, I heard a story from a good friend of mine who talked about what she remembered about Roy Romano in the 60s and the 70s. And she cited a story to me, and I actually asked the Chancellor if it was okay for me to tell this. But I think this story articulates for you his deep connection not only to this province, but to the many communities within, including the Indigenous community. Spoken quite highly is a man named Ron Camponi and Jim Sinclair, and the issue of the day was housing. Housing in Saskatoon was not a popular place to see Indigenous people, and much backlash occurred. Mr. Romano told stories, and I've heard this story confirmed by my friends and family, who talked about the near fistfights and the difficulties of intercultural relations in the 60s and the 70s in this city. But even through the toughest battles, they were done with respect, and they were done with success. Many housing units appeared and neighborhoods grew, and I thank you for that. As you go about your work as Chancellor, there's a Cree word that springs to mind. Natotaku, it means he who listens to the people. And for me, this is one of the strongest attributes of a leader. Being able to listen with good intention, sincerity, and humility. Our university, the university of this province, is changing in many profound and meaningful ways, and it's changing to be a better place for Indigenous students and their communities and the generations of students yet to come. Please know that you have many people here who are eager to support you in this work. You will find a committed team of Indigenous and non-Indigenous people who work in partnership and are respectful of their shared history and their shared hope towards reconciliation. With that, I thank you and welcome you home.
Well, with those kind words, I've decided to make a change in personal plans and seek public office again. Just a joke. And not a very good one either. I want to say to everybody, Lieutenant Governor Schofield, how wonderful it is to have you here especially, and how fondly I remember, well, you and of course your family, the Solomon family, giants in the Saskatchewan and Western Canadian part of the world. The ministers, Wyant, Mo, Air, my best to you and to Premier Wall, Chairman Leah Hennique, President Stoichev. Don't know if I can reach your aspirations, but I'm going to give it a try. I follow in some very big shoes, as identified by some of the earlier speakers, including most latterly Chancellor Emeritus Blaine Fable and Chancellor Emeritus Tom Malloy, honored guests, friends, and above all, graduates. It is an honor and a privilege to stand before you, among you today, as I accept the office of the 15th Chancellor of the University of Saskatchewan, and I pledge to do my utmost to uphold the highest standards of excellence for which this university is known. These are tough acts to follow, all the preceding chancellors, but I'll do my best. For me personally, this university has meant virtually everything, certainly so much. Like many here, ensuring that I received a higher education was one of the great goals and purposes of my family. In the 1930s, as recent immigrants from Ukraine, my parents spoke no English and came to Saskatchewan knowing little about this province or life in Canada and how and what it really meant. It was hard for them in many ways. But their decision to settle in Saskatchewan reflected not just a determination to leave the uncertainty of their homeland, but also it demonstrated an abiding, eternal optimism that things could be better and would be better, if not for them, for their daughter and for their son. And today, that unrelenting optimism, I think, is shared by many of you today in the hall and shared by many of the people in Saskatchewan. It is expressed no more powerfully than in the beautiful project of higher learning. For my parents, the fact that their son could receive an education from a great university like the University of Saskatchewan, and then pursue the opportunities that education provided, was a source of great and eternal pride. At the heart of this shared story of hope, a story so familiar to many of us here today, is what makes higher education, in my judgment, so important, and what makes this University of Saskatchewan so important. Because it is the quest, a moral duty, to build a better future, not only for ourselves, not just for our families, but for everyone. Friends, at its core, that is, in my judgment, precisely what a university is. It is a dream, a shared vision of a better society, powered by imagination and compassion. After all, it is our imaginations that allow us to see and understand the needs of each other, of society, and yes, of the world. And it is our compassion that motivates us to act to meet these needs. The imperative of this process of discernment, of thinking about the world and the problems we face, whether social, economic, or political, and then giving considered action, is, in my judgment, after all, the concern of everyone who is moved to understand and to act to improve society. For the fabric of our human society depends on there being people who have a compulsion to do good for the sake of good. This explains why throughout the world, every culture and every nation prioritizes their universities. And this is why we place such a high value on universities and the University of Saskatchewan, and for very good reason. After all, universities build the intellectual and emotional sensibilities that create knowledge and understanding. And in discipline after discipline, universities build the moral mindset that induces our actions, our search for answers and for solutions, all of which seek to benefit society. Therefore, it is my hope that thanks to the precious experience of engaging in one of the university's many disciplines, all of you now know some of the challenges that your education has prepared you to meet. Challenges like how to heal an injured child, how to make art that transforms people's perspectives, how to protect a human right, how to engineer homes to shelter us from storms, how to write a poem that explains the feelings of loss or of joy, how to deploy capital to produce and market new products, how to ensure that food production demands are met well into the future, and that cultivation is pursued in the same manner and same objective. And I guess above all, how to design a just state. Our university builds the vast number of intelligences that this university and this world depends upon, that going forward, each one of you in your dedication will use to propel projects for the benefit of humankind. That is my hope. In the wonderful words of the poet Alexander Pope, let us escape the bounded level of our mind and, quote, discover that new distant scenes of endless science arise, end quote. This revealing imagery by Pope challenges us to treasure our universities, not just as gems of enlightenment and not simply as places where we pass down the skills of medicine, science, and art, but also as the indispensable source for building an effective and ongoing just society. Because without these attributes, without justice, without effectiveness, there grows ruinous conflict and irreversible despair. To be sure, I know that the medical scientists educated at our university will not banish all disease, that the lawyers will not banish all lawlessness, that the social worker cannot end child neglect, that the musicians will not always create or perform master works, or that the physicists will not unlock all of the universe's mysteries. But that's not the point of a university. A university's purpose is to instill us the vision of a world that can be better, to help you understand what can be done, to fill us with the zeal for discovery, to inspire us, you, to lead in your chosen fields and in our broader community, and to use our imaginations, your imaginations, motivated by your compassion and all of these ideals I've talked of, and in doing so to create a finer and more just world. On that note, how fitting it is that we gather here today, weeks away from our great nation's 150th birthday, which as far as countries go is still quite young. Past experiences can guide us through to the next 150 and importantly, among other things, ensure that the first peoples of this land enjoy a richer role in that development. For sure, exciting times will be challenged by internationalism, trade, perhaps conflict, and new technologies. We should wisely use the past 150 years as a guideline for the next 150 years. Fellow graduates, friends, the very great honor of being named the University of Saskatchewan's Chancellor attaches me to this life-giving and community-preserving institution that is known, in my judgment, as the great University of Saskatchewan, an institution that the value and importance of which has become recognized the world over. And in this challenging role as Chancellor, I shall endeavor to be mindful of this past as we continue our pursuit. And my greatest hope for you graduates is that you have a similar feeling of the honor of being educated here, that you will carry your degree as a symbol of both past achievement and future commitment. I urge you to keep a burning loyalty to the ideals and optimism that have animated the higher education that you've embarked upon and have succeeded here at the University of Saskatchewan. Let me conclude by saying that the journey that has brought us here today is worthy of great celebration. It's an immense achievement. So let's celebrate it, but not as an end, but as a brief stop on a lifelong search to continue to serve the needs of our communities and the world at large. You are University of Saskatchewan graduates. Be proud of that. Lead the good lives of understanding and compassion and courage. After all, you'll be giving courage to other students and people to think, to criticize, to imagine, to act, and most of all, the courage to serve. And you'll be doing so too, wherever your futures may take you. And along the way, be very grateful to those who have helped bring you to this moment. Your parents, your friends. Fortunately, you've learned here the things you need to be able to begin to repay their faith in you. Congratulations, well done, and good luck to all of you.
Your Honor, Lieutenant Governor Solomon Schofield, thank you very much for being here again. It is a real honor for all of us that you're here joining us. Eminent Chancellor, graduates and families, honored guests, I thank the many people who are here today to be part of this moment in the University of Saskatchewan's history, and in particular, I want to acknowledge today's knowledge keeper, Bob Badger. Thank you very much. The Buffalo Boys drum group you heard earlier, this is a distinctive and unique part of our convocation ceremonies, and it's a huge privilege to be able to hear them play and to open up this meaningful event in that fashion. Ministers Eyre and Moe and Wyant, thank you very much for being here. And the orchestra for playing for us today. Thank you very much. I also want to acknowledge the many faculty on the stage who are the heartbeat of this university. They have been leaders and mentors for so many of you who will be crossing the stage today, and it's a great honor for us to have them sitting on the stage. I want to say a few things to give a context to, and maybe even a deeper meaning to, the fact that all of you have succeeded, met all the challenges that are required to be able to walk across the stage today. So I want to say a few things about the U of S, about a degree from here and the value of it. We are here to celebrate a milestone in the lives of the graduates who soon will cross this stage. We're proud of them. They're proud of what they've done. Life is richer when we collectively acknowledge success and hard work and rites of passage, such as this one today. You're getting your degree today. You've succeeded in that, and you should take the time to enjoy it, revel in it, boast about it, feel smug about it. But once you've done all that, take even more time to thank your spouses and partners, your parents and grandparents, friends, brothers and sisters, aunts and uncles, communities, elementary school teachers, high school teachers, the professors who helped you out, because you don't achieve something this big without a lot of help along the way. Many graduates are sitting in seats in auditoriums just like this one across the country right now, getting university degrees. But let me say a little bit before everyone here walks across the stage and gets the degree they've deserved. Let me say a few things, and on this occasion of Canada's 150th anniversary and the university's 110th, and the Alumni Association's 100th, about a U of S degree. This is the home of the cobalt-60 radiation therapy technology that revolutionized cancer treatment in 1951 and saved the lives of millions of cancer patients around the world. The small Acme Machine and Electric Company around the corner from us here on Idlewild Drive built the machine. U of S medical researchers built the concept. 6,700 patients were treated for the next 20 years until it was replaced with newer technology in 1971. The first patient, Molly Birch, lived another 41 years after her treatment as a result of it. Sylvia Fedoruk, who later became Saskatchewan's Lieutenant Governor and then our Chancellor, was a graduate student of the project's leader, Harold Johns. Some of the country's most formative political leaders got their degrees here. Prime Minister John Diefenbaker, Governor General Ray Natishan, Premiers Grant Devine and Brad Wall and Lauren Calvert, and of course Roy Romano. All in all, 8 Canadian premiers have been students at the U of S. Dozens of Canadian ambassadors to countries around the world. Dozens of high-ranking public servants in Ottawa, such as Gordon Thiessen, former Governor of the Bank of Canada. It is fitting on the occasion of Canada's 150th that Roy Romano, a leader among U of S nation builders, is now our Chancellor. People who went on to receive Nobel Prizes were here. One was chemistry graduate student Henry Tobey, who received it in 1983. And speaking of chemistry, its department head here for many years, Thorberger Thorvaldsen, and his graduate students spent most of the 1920s developing sulfate-resistant concrete. As one of my predecessors, President W.P. Thompson, wrote about Thorvaldsen in 1952, the value of his research could be computed in amounts considerably greater than have been spent on the university during its entire history. The College of Engineering's Kay Nasser, following in the tradition of Thorvaldsen, developed industrial applications for his concrete research that led to, among many innovations, one that helped build Toronto's CN Tower. The Dean of Engineering from 1921 to 1939, C.J. Mackenzie, helped design and supervise the construction of the Broadway Bridge, became the federal government's chief scientist during World War II, and the president of Atomic Energy Canada after that, and laid the foundations for Canada's modern scientific system. Another Nobel laureate from the U of S was Gerhard Hertzberg, who was offered a position in physics in 1935 by our first president, Walter Murray, to escape Nazi Germany. Hertzberg's wife, Louise, a terrific scientist in her own right, was Jewish. When no other university on this continent had the vision and humanity to offer him one, Hertzberg won the Nobel Prize in Chemistry in 1971. Writers such as Sharon Butala, who wrote Perfection of the Morning, and three-time Governor General's Award winner Guy Vanderhaeghe were here. Hilda Neatby, who wrote the controversial book on Canadian education, wonderfully titled So Little for the Mind. Actors like Kim Coates from Sons of Anarchy. Business leaders such as Brett Wilson, I mention him because he was an engineering grad. Murray Edwards, an Edwards School of Business grad. Aboriginal leaders like our recent Chancellor Blaine Fable, Felix Thomas, Chief of the Saskatoon Tribal Council, Lester Lafond, a formidable influence on the development of the Aboriginal business community in Saskatchewan, Annie Mackay, the first Indigenous woman to graduate from our university. Athletes and coaches such as Diane Jones-Konahowski and Mike Babcock and Willie Desjardins and Dave King were at the U of S. In fact, 3, very recently 4, of the NHL's current coaches were student athletes here with Huskies hockey. And I don't think there is a major sports league on this globe that has had 4 head coaches from one institution serving in that capacity at the same time. At last week's YWCA Women of Distinction Awards banquet, 26 of the 50 nominees were from this university. This university has served the city and the province in extraordinary fashion, but in this, Canada's 150th anniversary, we can also be proud that the U of S has been a nation builder. The historian Desmond Morton has called Vimy Ridge, and this is the 100th anniversary of that battle, as many of you know, called it a nation-building experience. The whole First World War was a nation-building experience for Canada. Of the 345 U of S students, faculty, and staff who enlisted in it, 69 sacrificed themselves in the line of duty. They're commemorated on the university's memorial gates on College Drive. More than 100 more were wounded, and 33 were awarded Medals of Valor. The university gave so many brave soldiers to the cause that the School of Engineering, recognized here today, closed its doors for the 1916-1917 academic year when the faculty and students enlisted en masse. Nation builders for sure. 110 years after we began, we are now seen as a research leader in the country with Canada's only synchrotron, where we figured out how to produce medical isotopes using a particle accelerator rather than a nuclear reactor. There is a huge international and national demand for these isotopes, due in part to the imminent closure of Chalk River in 2018. We've got one of the world's most advanced vaccine research facilities at Vito Intervac, and a cyclotron that is now providing the medical isotopes to Royal University Hospital, a fitting homage to the Gopalt 60 work that was done here over a half-century ago. Our Global Institute for Food Security will help feed a hungry world. Our Global Institute for Water Security will help us understand floods and droughts. These 2 institutes received the country's largest research grants ever earned by Canadian universities. The competition for these grants was fierce, and we are the only university in the country to have received 2 of them. These institutes are examples of how we bring together different parts of the university to work on global problems. We have 17 colleges and graduate schools, and with that, more disciplines than any Canadian university of our size. This is a crucial feature of who we are, because although we do not know what the solutions are to the major challenges facing us today, we do know this, that none of them will be solved by a single discipline or by a single researcher working in a single discipline, but by many people from many disciplines working together. We are poised to help do that with faculty like the ones on the stage before you, who are at the cutting edge of research, scholarly, and artistic work. Back in 1970, before our Crop Development Center in the College of Agriculture and Bioresources was established, the majority of Saskatchewan's productive land was under summer fallow, generating no income at all for producers. But since then, crop diversification from U of S developed varieties, as well as the development of seeding equipment and techniques for precise seed and fertilizer placement, have significantly reduced Saskatchewan acreage under summer fallow, increasing seeded acreage by 40%. The economic impact for the province of these innovations alone is in the neighborhood of $50 billion. All of these things matter, and all of these things will help make Canada and the world a better place. And it's for these reasons and more that we're one of the top 15 research-intensive universities in this country. On his train trip out here to begin his work as our first president in 1908, Walter Murray wrote that we are building for centuries. And that's what we will continue to do, to be a leader in developing local solutions to global problems, to be the nation builder we've proved that we are. I didn't say this only to boast, but to emphasize that the degree that you've all worked on and that you're going to receive today has tremendous value. Today we celebrate the largest graduating class ever from the College of Agriculture and Bioresources. Its graduates achieve high levels of employment in the booming agri-economy and are equipped to be the leaders needed to address the issues of local and global food security, environmental well-being, and community health and engagement. Our engineering graduates have a special place in the world as leaders as well and have the potential to create and sustain positive change. As its class of 2017 enters the profession, they are welcomed by a strong circle of fellow alumni who are just as committed as the college is in seeing these new engineers succeed in the years to come. Many employers tell me that when they see an application from a U of S grad, it gets special attention because the quality of the university is so high and because of its graduates' work ethic that's part of our prairie roots. And also because you haven't just learned a particular area of study, you've learned how to be adaptive in your thinking, to transfer what you learned in one discipline to what's needed in another, to be able someday to solve problems we can't even foresee today. You've learned about excellence, and excellence is a transferable skill. And like anything that has great value, it carries with it a great responsibility. Education brings benefit, but it also brings responsibility. In the end, most people in the world can only dream of getting to where you are. Educated, well-read, well-supported, self-reliant, networked, plugged in. This is not to say that there aren't huge challenges, but you've worked hard and others have helped to get you to this point. Now what? A few final thoughts on that. You didn't get here by following what everyone else did, agreeing with everything they said, doing everything they asked, and taking the road of least resistance. You weren't here doing all this just to absorb received wisdom. You've done all this work to find your own voice, not to mimic someone else's. So trust yourself now to sing your own melody with it. Also, you got here by taking risks, by failing at some things, many maybe things. Even going to university at all was a risk. You didn't do all this work so that you'll have a failure-free life. You've done all this work so that your future failures will be for more important causes, and so that your successes will have more important impacts. And finally, you came here with at least some slight thought in the back of your mind that a university degree will lead to a great job and a lot of money. And it's true that the chances are a lot higher that you will have those things with a degree than without one. But I've always liked this sentence from Chris Hedges' book, The Empire of Illusion. In the end, the measure of a civilization is its compassion, not its ability to consume. And the compassion is not just for others, it's also for yourself. Help out those with less than you've now got, and take it easy on yourself while you're at it. The two go hand to hand, it turns out. And if you do get a great job and make lots of money, show even more compassion and make even more of a difference. Think of all of those who can't even imagine having the education you've got. What would they do if they had it? What will you do now that you've got it? How can you give back to everyone who's helped you get it? Education brings benefits, but it also brings responsibility. And as our vision document says, we're serving the public good by promoting diversity and meaningful change. In its 150th year, Canada needs people with degrees like yours to build a more sustainable world, a more equitable world, a world with the courage to embrace diversity and not build a wall against it, a country that can tell the difference between truth and its many imposters, a country that responds to the Truth and Reconciliation Commission's calls to action, because as Justice now Senator Sinclair said when he was here at the U of S almost 2 years ago, education is the key to reconciliation. Our new vision document commits us to being an outstanding institution of research, learning, knowledge-keeping, reconciliation, and inclusion with and by Indigenous peoples and communities. I'm grateful that the U of S is seen in this country as a participant, not a bystander, in building reconciliation. And in this sesquicentennial year, we have more Aboriginal students at our university than ever before in its history. We are at a time when the country faces the greatest challenge of its history. Being a nation builder today means relearning, rewriting, rethinking, reimagining, things universities can help do best, but have not always. We must have the conviction to do so now. It will take generations, but we're building for centuries. So in the end, what's all this that you're achieving today about? Only you can actually answer that for yourself. But part of it is being able to contribute to your community, this province, this country, to be a nation builder in your own right. For me, it's always been about a passion for the idea of a university, a radical experiment in human culture, a place where we learn to be humble servants of a democratic society and respectful critics of it. For the Roy Romanos and John Diefenbakers and Gerhard Hertzbergs, the Hilda Neatbys and Blaine Favels and Emmett Halls and Annie Mackays and Sylvia Fedoricks of the world, it was about something else. None of them, while at university, knew exactly where they were headed, but they knew to listen for some passion to follow, and that became an endless journey. For you, it will be something else. Doesn't matter exactly what it is, but be passionate about it and use it for good. Thank you.
You're the Chancellor now. Yeah. Eminent Chancellor, Mr. President, members of the University Senate and Board, I present to you the petition of the Council of this university that the candidates to be named, having fulfilled all the requirements of the bylaws, may with your permission be admitted to the degrees, diplomas, and certificates to which they are entitled.
I do so agree. Close? I do so promise. Thank you very much. By virtue of the authority vested in me by the legislature of this province, you'd think I'd know that, and with the consent of the council of this university, I consent to admit you to the degrees and certificates to which you are entitled and to vest you with all the powers, rights, and privileges pertaining thereto. And thank you.
All right, now it really is all about you. So would the graduates in the front row please rise and come to the platform? As you make your way forward, I'll just let you know what the drill is. As you enter the stage over here, please turn to face the audience as the hood is put over your shoulders. Once you have been hooded, proceed to the first podium over there where the orator will present each of you by name. Once your name has been announced, please proceed across the stage, shake the Chancellor's hand, and the Chancellor will tell you that you have been admitted to the Convocation of the University of Saskatchewan. You will then proceed across the platform to this side of the stage, where you will be greeted by the Dean or Associate Dean of your college and receive your parchment from them. As you go down the steps, you will be greeted as new members of the University of Saskatchewan Alumni Association by a representative of the association. It's all right, there won't be a test. You'll just...
Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of the faculty of the College of Agriculture and Bioresources, I present to you these scholars and ask that you will confer on them the Prairie Horticulture Certificate. I present to you Jacqueline Karen Lysician. Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of the faculty of the College of Agriculture and Bioresources, I present to you these scholars and ask that you will confer on them the Kanawatitan Aski, Let Us Take Care of the Land certificate. I present to you Patricia A. Mitchell. Cody Anthony Morin. Lacey K. Nazell. Noreen Edna Plain Eagle. Sally Jean Thomas. Judith Ann Christina Wazakase. Kelsey Devon Lorne Watson Daniels. Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of the faculty of the College of Agriculture and Bioresources, I present to you these scholars and ask that you will confer on them the Diploma in Agribusiness. I present to you Nathan Gordon Gustav Bell with great distinction. Levi Joseph Boutin. Eric Sean Carey. Reed David Genick. Dustin Darrell Glacken. Mark Ronald William Harris. Rachelle Ray Johannesson. Yupeng Pan. Camille Andrea Sharp. Brody Lane Stutt. Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of the faculty of the College of Agriculture and Bioresources, I present to you these scholars and ask that you will confer on them the Diploma in Agronomy. I present to you Kayla Annette Bunga. Kelvin Hanna, with distinction. Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of the faculty of the College of Agriculture and Bioresources, I present to you these scholars and ask that you will confer on them the degree of Bachelor of Science in Animal Bioscience. I present to you Dallas Marie Aiken. Kiana Jade Campbell, with distinction. Ailish Kathleen Evans, with great distinction. Tricia Gauthier, with distinction. Andrea Catherine Geiger. Sarah Louise Howe, with great distinction. Seyen Kang Sin, with distinction. Vaishnavi Iyer Aka Iyer. Jordan Ashley Johnson, with distinction. Jenna Margaret Cazell, with distinction. Samantha Janet Lalonde. Brett Sidney Langman. Samantha Heather Lundquist, with distinction. Susan Malala Ingral Badalarka. And thank you. Julia Iris Mosley. Fiona Moser, with distinction. Amanda Rose Pufall, with great distinction. Nicole Ann Rigadel. Daniel Rose Schlehan, with great distinction. Charlene Swain. Verena Louise Tarab. Jade Kathleen Vandenbrink. Rayla Shu, with distinction. Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of the faculty of the College of Agriculture and Bioresources, I present to you these scholars and ask that you will confer on them the degree of Bachelor of Science in Agribusiness. I present to you Joris Paul Martin Burtons, with great distinction. Tyler Alexander Betcher. Dustin Bezugli. Bailey Marian Blackwell, with distinction. Jackson Tyler Campbell, with distinction. Erin Rochelle Cote, with great distinction. Megan Taylor Tammy Crone. Chelsea Lynn Dixon. Nathan Lorne Gogol. Chloe Dawn Marie Hoyland. Levi James Hurlbert. Andrea Victoria Carstens, with great distinction. Sydney Nicole Lake, with distinction. Jackson Richard Macmillan. Jade Kimberly Marshall, with great distinction. Michaela Ray Newdorf, with distinction. Jonathan Arthur Newstater, with great distinction. Jordan Catherine Owens. Lindsay Ann Pollard. Sian Kian. Kyle Remus. Logan John Rieger. Joshua Stephen Sandin. Cale Lewis Allen Sugar. Chad Jonathan Scott. Courtney Ilame Tuck. Bailey Noel Wilson, with great distinction. Emma Ashton Wilton, with distinction. Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of the faculty of the College of Agriculture and Bioresources, I present to you these scholars and ask that you will confer on them the degree of Bachelor of Science in Renewable Resource Management. I present to you Angel Chen, with great distinction. Chelsea Ann Coates. Erica Jane Donald, with distinction. Bo Alexander Hagen Drieschner, with distinction. Roslyn Rain Hollebuff, with great distinction. Zachary Redekop, with distinction. Lindsay Cara Rudd, with distinction. Nathan Roland Ruff, with distinction. Jessica Irene Slopek, with distinction. Abigail Elizabeth Vandenomeel, with distinction.
Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of the faculty of the College of Agriculture and Bioresources, I present to you these scholars and ask that you will confer on them the degree of Bachelor of Science in Agriculture. I present to you Nicole Katrine Anderson. Brooke M. Anderson. Sarah Brittany Anderson. Chelsea Lynn Andrews. Laura Frances Michelle Archer. Braden Jeffrey Barber. Jordan Gregory Berry. Jamie Elise Barton. Brett Peter Becky, with distinction. Connor Easton Bachowski. Emily Margaret Boer. Jordan Borsheim. Michael David Brown. Genesis Cahy. Rachel Kathleen Kay. Lane David Christensen. Megan Elizabeth Coverdale. Abraham Johannes de Vries with great distinction. Erica Elizabeth Dowling. Delane Lynn Marie File. Kirsten Nicole Frericks with great distinction. Alana Maria Friedland. Caitlin Marilyn Gates. Kyle Thomas Garland. Cody Charles Garrett. Amy Jolene Gannick with great distinction. Carrie Marie Garine. Brittany Goruick with great distinction. Chelsea Grimard. Jason Lee Gross. Devin Glenn Ginter with great distinction. Patrick Grayson Hamilton. Devin Dale Hamill. Nathan Nicholas Hebert. Natasha Hirschfeld. Brooke Kendall Howitt with great distinction. Yingzhu Hu. Wenshane Wong. Kara Marie Hughes with distinction. Kylie Jamera Hutt with great distinction. Sierra Danae Illingworth. Riley Scott Jansen. Anique Catherine Josetis with distinction. Tequila Ray Kendall. Nicholas Raymond Kreutzweiser with distinction. Lindsay Elizabeth Berea Custers with distinction. Blaine David Alex Lamontagne. Catherine Marie Lang with distinction. Ong Lee. Robin Liu. Olivia Oi Yin Mack. Tiffany Karen Matika with great distinction. Samantha Ann McKee with great distinction. Derek Aaron Moses with distinction. Victoria Louise Namath with distinction. Anne Nadine Nervous with distinction. Jennifer Wynn with great distinction. Allie Bernice Joyce Noble with great distinction. Omortola Oluwatoin Olaniwan with distinction. Alyssa Olson. Alana Jill Orsak with great distinction. Jeremy Michael Packett with distinction. Ariel Lee Peterson. Bronwyn Leslie Plumer. Caitlin Brenda Ann Pileggi. Shanna Pospischel with great distinction. Jocelyn Raisbeck. Andrew Randall Redekop with great distinction. Jesse Christopher Reimer with distinction. Caitlin Rose Robertson. Daniel Rowlands. Rinske Rupert. Cassandra Ann Schroeder, with great distinction. Sally Christina Severson. Justin Martin Skirdahl. Junyi Song. Michael Bradley Springanotic. Brittany Sutherland. Rochelle Brooke Thiessen, with distinction. Jenna Lynn Thompson. Jacqueline Marie Taves, with great distinction. Yinxing Wang, with distinction. Lindsay Jean Wells, with distinction. Mackenzie Lee Wilson Anderson. Chichang Su. Menting Yang, with distinction. Jane Zhang. Junyu Zhu. Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of the Faculty of Graduate and Postdoctoral Studies, I present to you these scholars from the College of Agriculture and Bioresources and ask that you will confer on them the degree of Master of Science. I present to you Travis William Anton. Luisa Paulina Chalango Martinez. Leah Patricia Clark. Hithawakage Aranga Lashita Desaram. Janera Brooke Field. Daphne Reese Jalik. Stephanie Ann McMillan. Kendra Suzanne Meyer. Jonathan Mingle. Derek Owusu Kadua. Ryan John Pierce. Megan Louise Ross. Nimlash Tangam Sivatandra Kumar. Wali Muhammad Sumro. Suhero Prathipa Parara Yusiti Motalage. Renbo Zhu.
Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of the faculty of the College of Engineering, I present to you these scholars and ask that you confer on them the certificate in professional communication. I present to you Sydney Nicole Lake. Louis Ari Williams. Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of the faculty of the College of Engineering, I present to you these scholars and ask that you will confer on them the degree of Bachelor of Science in Engineering and Chemical Engineering. Kimberly Joyce Nolasco Aguilar. Omar Al-Hamadani. Grant James Bauer. Brady Richard Booth, with great distinction. Harrison Taylor Bull. Hadadja Shamshad Bout. Irvin Christian Montenegro Capata, with great distinction. Spencer Gordon Cave. Jarrett William Crosby. Manveer Singh Dada. John James Earl Elder. Kelly Daniel Urker, with distinction. J.C. Ray Ernst. Elena Janice Farrow. David Ross Lucien Forcey. Rhett Marion Freistad. Christopher Michael Gagnon. Augustine Longyang Gayang, with distinction. Paulina Micah Banzuela Glodaveza. Salah Abdunesser Hamabarton, with distinction. Edward Joseph Heinrichs. Ziengoyen Wang. Zachary Franklin Lang. Reagan Sarah Lipsenai. Soyang Lee. Sean Thomas Augustus MacDonald, with great distinction. Gregory Thomas McGinley. Manga Mawanamwa Umbwa. Laura Neufeld. Patrick Gallura. Samuel Chibunwan Okerik, with distinction. Kirsten Dawn Olson, with distinction. Martin Papugua, great distinction. Erica Ann Pettigrew, with great distinction. Kelsey Brianne Regier. Shavik Sidhu, with distinction. Brett Andrew Sorestad, with distinction. Leslie Marie Squire, with great distinction. Goran Stubakar. Cheyenne Arib Al-Sayed. Connor Joseph Thioret, with distinction. Michael Brent Trask, with distinction. Sonbol Turkman. Braden Matthew Trowinski, with great distinction. Alexander James Van Horn. Wang Wang. Chi-Yi Wang. Zifan Wang. Taryn Mary Willis. Jessica Diane Wilson, with distinction. Norman Waihang Wong, with great distinction. Chris Kofi Wood. Yumen Yan, with distinction. Civil Engineering, Ahmed Ahmed. Mitchell Paul Albert, with distinction. Jeremy Peter Vernon Ball, with great distinction. Kennedy Elizabeth Bay, with great distinction. Brock Anthony Barris, with great distinction. Rihanna Marie Berriere, with distinction. Kyle John Bowie, with distinction. Wenru Chin, with distinction. Janet Danielle Marie Denbrock. Sati Ding, with distinction. Aaron Jacob Folk. Tyler Jesse Forer. Michael Donald Fraser. Sukanpreet Singh Gill. Andrew William Nasdowski. Ty Grambo. Carly Frances Grassing. Levi Michael Hapala, with great distinction. James Sinclair Natowich. Kevin Wynn. Azal Jargis. Kirsten Britt Jensen, with distinction. Hong Yang. Vitaly Kuseruba. Evan Scott Latish, with great distinction. Yelen Louis. Blake Mitchell Lockhart, with distinction. Zimoi Mao. Zoe Mao, with distinction. Thank you. Thank you. Adam Keith Marlowe. Riley David McCutcheon. Erin Michelle Medforth, with distinction. Kelsey Marie Miller. Andrew Ningpan, with distinction. Travis Hugh Pokinghorn. Dustin John Rath. Aliadur Remen. Kalia Michelle Shankowski, with distinction. Protsan Shrestha. Jonathan Lee Simonson, with distinction. Rowan William Spetz. Scott Campbell Stewart. Nicole Mary Thiemann. Brooke Ashton Thiessen. Brandon Matthew Thompson. Bjorn Eric Vors, with great distinction. Mackenzie Tara Wacker. Curtis Walter, with great distinction. Hannah Claire Weger, with distinction. Anke Wu. Hong Hao Yu. James Raymond Walter Yurkowski, with distinction. Selah Monther Sedoklani. Yu Chao. Yulin Zhu. Computer engineering, Tony Wynn Fallman. Vladimir S. Gorovikov with great distinction. William Isaac Douglas Gray. Kevin William Krantz with great distinction. Altridad Lehiji. Kihao Mao. Kayleen Ann Nemanishin. Matthew Daniel Paulsik with great distinction. Corey Ryan Reed. Austin Shirley with great distinction.
Jingjiang Wang. Electrical Engineering. Ian James Abbott. Brett Michael Andre. Christopher John Bonkowski. Cody Michael Diedrichs with great distinction. Derek Halls with distinction. Braylon Tyrell Johnsgard. Andrew Terry Johnson with great distinction. Derek Matthew Keelick. Michael Joseph Konechny with great distinction. Matthew Lawrence Lashin with great distinction. Xiaofeng Li with distinction. Ran Liu with distinction. Dawson James Lutz with great distinction. Ross Evan Campbell Mum. Brendan Alexander Nikolak with distinction. Denis Camille Perot with distinction. Alexander David Scott with great distinction. Shania Rose Stewart. Louis Kevin Weitenheimer. Janben Zhu, with distinction. Yedon Zhang. Engineering Physics. Nathaniel Jeremy Meyer Haven, with great distinction. Bryce Paxton Keeler. Alexander Ray Arthur Lavis. Daniel James McCloskey, with great distinction. Kiran Oliver Ramaswamy, with distinction. Wesley James Montgomery Ridgway, with great distinction. Environmental Engineering. Caitlin Brina Binner. Carlin Louise Collins. Douglas David Roger Dixon. Graham David Donaldson, with distinction. Jeremy Albert Gadet, with great distinction. Kate Scarf Houston, with great distinction. Ethan Aaron Johnson, with great distinction. Rebecca Lynn Cook. Nigel Paxton Leach. Angelica Marie Paez, with distinction. Scott Lee Reed. Curtis Bernard Thioret. Graham Lyle Zacharias. Geological Engineering. Taryn Herbert George Bernard, with great distinction. Ryan John Chester. Bridget Louise Corvo. Brandon Kenneth Fell, with distinction. David Milo Ferris, with great distinction. Graham Thomas Hay. Corey Hilkowicz. Carly Dawn Eastfeld. Jia Ji Ma. Lane Mullen with distinction. Zihan Q. Michaela Marie Retker. Maury Ruther. Sean Joseph Stenger. Ty Gordon Van Camp with distinction. Hao Zhou. Jiawei Zhou with honors. Mechanical engineering. Aziz Ahmad. Odai El-Gibari. Logan Alexander Amy. Manoj Kumar Balakrishnan with great distinction. Shanti Anna Marie Bergen. Christopher John Bestflug with great distinction. Nicholas Guillermo Betancourt with distinction. Jugshawn Singh Patty. Glennis Biblow. Brendan Eric Bloder. Mitchell Braun. Amy Tanya Octaviani Bunyamin with great distinction. Braden J. Carruthers. Loudon Bryce Chopchuik. Evan James Corrigal. Garrett James Diggins. Andrew Mark Depker, with distinction. Garrett Brayton Earl, with distinction. Cadmiel Oganovo Ermakerma, with distinction. Garrett Roland Fanyu. Nicholas Gadet, with distinction. Jackie G. Drew Lyle Heisler. King Can Han. Jordan Douglas Hartman, with distinction. Julie Beth Hunchak, with distinction. Thomas Gerald Jansen, with distinction. Daniel Jeffrey, with great distinction. Karandeep Kalsi. Joel Terry Karstens. Aaron Taylor Carey, with distinction. Zachary Vaughn Kendall. Mudaber Sohail Khan. John Gerard Lahota. Richard Yongkiao Lee. Ben Christian Lowe. Caden Brandt Major, with distinction. Jesse Cord McCutcheon. Stephen John McIntosh. Raphael Paul Mercier, with distinction. Nicholas A. McHale. Carter Gary Don Moe. Mark Moleski. Kyle Trent Mostat. Michael Musa. Samira Mungru. Danik Richard Normando. Michael Lewis Ogrodnik. Kenneth Edward Orbeck. Daniel Mark Joseph O'Reilly, with distinction. Tamarola Patan. Adam Rand Pickler, with great distinction. Jesse Blair Pidrubeski. Jillian Kier Pinder, with distinction. Matthew Brian Ray, with distinction. Yashi Ramdari. Brian Edward Reinhardt. Joshua Andreas Schick. Harjivan Kaur Sekon. Matthew Ryan Silbernagel. Jesse Lorenzo Tabit. Torin John Takala. Stephen Blaze Zettel. Chan Chan John. Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of the Faculty of Graduate and Postdoctoral Studies, I present to you these scholars from the College of Engineering and ask that you will confer on them the degree of Master of Engineering. I present to you Ololade Monsur Balogan. Le Day. Erin Arlene Moss Tressel. Shi Q. Mandeep Singh. Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of the Faculty of Graduate and Postdoctoral Studies, I present to you these scholars from the College of Engineering and ask that you will confer on them the degree of Master of Science. I present to you Darian Aston Brown. Mo Chen. Farah Diba. Dong He. Tyrone Randall Keep. Lav Mittal. Shahid Khan Mohammed. Nakul Nepal. Kedivani Pache Chettiar Sadasivam. Ian William Patrick Paulson. Risha Dale Peters. Bikash Shethra. Emmanuel Ali Techi. Binay Kumar Thakur. Godfred Yaboa. Yongjang John. Please join me in congratulating these graduates on their certificates, diplomas, and degrees. I'll just be a minute here as well. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my privilege to present our PhD graduates. The custom at the University of Saskatchewan is for our PhD graduates, once they have been admitted to their degree, to be met by their supervisor and escorted to join the platform party in a symbolic welcome to a global community of scholars. Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of the Faculty of the Graduate and Postdoctoral Studies, I present to you these scholars and ask that you will confer on them the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. I present to you Chekwudi Christopher Amadi. Chang Chang. Gerber Singh Dillon. Catherine Ann Hearson Dompierre. Fan Fan. Nazrul Islam. Yunfei Jiang. Prachi Misra. Takuni Nakuja. Hadiolar Deborah Olubameji. Please join me in congratulating these graduates from the PhD.
Yes. Unless you've found your thing.
Well, it says right here that the Chancellor stands.
All right, that's right. Okay.
Is that it?
That's it. But let me say my piece first.
What's that?
So congratulations to all of you. Eminent Chancellor, in the name of the faculties, I ask you to grant the degrees, diplomas, and certificates in absentia to those students who have met the requirements to graduate but were not able to be present today. Yep.
At the request of the faculties, I authorize these degrees, diplomas, and certificates to be granted.
Well done.
As Dean of the College of Agriculture and Bioresources, it is my pleasure to announce 3 special awards to graduates from the college. First is the Prairie Horticulture Certificate Distinguished Graduate Award. This year's recipient is Jacqueline Lasician. Jacqueline. Jacqueline is actually a 1988 U of S alumna, originally from Rose Valley, Saskatchewan. She began studying again in September 2012, specializing in the landscaping and arboriculture stream within the Prairie Hort Certificate. As a single parent and full-time employee in financial services, Jackie has managed the difficult balance of career, family, and continuing education. She intends to utilize her knowledge and passion for horticulture through volunteer work and is presently a board member of the Saskatchewan Horticulture Society. And clearly, Jackie graduates today as a person of outstanding ability. It is a pleasure to award Jacqueline the Prairie Horticulture Distinguished Graduate Certificate. Jacqueline. Our next award is the 2017 Saskatchewan Institute of Agrologists Gold Medal Prize for the single most outstanding graduate from the Bachelor of Science in Agriculture degree program. The Gold Medal Prize began in 1959 with the Saskatchewan Institute of Agrologists committing to recognize outstanding performance by a Bachelor of Science in Agriculture student and to promote and sustain the profession of agrology. Over the years, both the profession and the amount of the prize has grown significantly. This year's recipient of the SIA Gold Medal Prize is Amy Janik. Amy. So I can embarrass you. Amy is graduating with great distinction from the Bachelor of Science in Agriculture degree program with a major in agronomy and a minor in horticulture. Amy is part of the fourth generation to grow up on her family's farm near Binscarth, Manitoba, where she developed a natural passion for agriculture from a young age. Now, these are Amy's words. She chose to study at the University of Saskatchewan because of the renowned reputation of the agronomy program, and says she is very thankful for the relationships that she has built here over the past 4 years. She recently started her own Pioneer seed dealership with her brother and husband, and is also returning to her family farm so that she will be able to farm while continuing to operate that new retail business. Amy also says that she'd like to thank the College of Agriculture and Bioresources for a wonderful 4 years and wish her fellow graduates a successful and fulfilling future. Certainly Amy has one facing her. Congratulations, Amy. Our final award recipient is the 2017 Fulton Family and Saskatchewan Institute of Agrologists Prize to the most outstanding graduate in a diploma program at the College of Agriculture and Bioresources. This year's recipient of the Fulton Family SIA Prize is Nathan Bell. Nathan. This Fulton Family Saskatchewan Institute of Agrologists Prize was first set up as the Fred Fulton Prize in Farm Enterprise Planning, established by a former professor of the college, Fred Fulton, who taught in the college until 1993. He created a prize to honor diploma graduates, those in particular that consistently met the objectives of the farm management course and who presented the material in a superior manner throughout the year. In 2006, the Saskatchewan Institute of Agrologists, wanting to also recognize excellence in the diploma program, but without interfering in the very well-recognized Fulton Family Prize, in true ag fashion, decided to partner, and away we go. Nathan is graduating with great distinction from the Diploma in Agribusiness program. He grew up on a grain and oilseed farm located between Drumheller and Three Hills, Alberta. Growing up, he was involved in hockey and 4-H projects, including, this is the range of 4-H, beef, small engines, and canoe building. After completing his diploma in agribusiness, Nathan is going to return to the College of Agriculture and Bioresources, and we are delighted to have him come back to pursue his Bachelor of Science in Agribusiness program. Congratulations, Nathan.
Good afternoon. As the Interim Dean of the College of Engineering, it's my distinct pleasure to present the APEGS Gold Medal. This medal is awarded annually to a graduate of the College of Engineering who has shown both leadership and academic excellence. This afternoon it goes to Daniel McCloskey. Okay, Daniel is a most deserving recipient of this award. In addition to graduating with a degree in engineering physics from the College of Engineering, he's also graduating with a degree in applied mathematics from the College of Arts and Science. He has a record of outstanding academic performance and has received numerous scholarships and awards during his time at the UFS. Among these is the Melbourne Research Award, which is a full scholarship for a 4-year PhD program at the University of Melbourne, where Daniel will continue his studies in July 2017. In addition to his high academic performance, Daniel has also worked as a research assistant at the University of Saskatchewan and the University of Waterloo. He is the second author on a research paper on, get this, optical quantum communication systems that was published in the journal Physical Review Letters. Daniel has also been involved in several extracurricular activities during his time at the UFS. He was the vice president of Sask Invent, a student group that seeks to apply engineering, medical, and business knowledge to the solution of practical problems related to health care. He also assisted in the design of an optical and laser physics display at the Cameco Spectrum show in 2016, which is an event fully organized and manned by engineering students. So in conclusion, Daniel's achievements in both leadership and academic excellence make him a deserving recipient of the APEX Gold Medal, and it's my pleasure then to present it to you again.
Well, the Dean and I obviously didn't compare notes. I'm going to be telling you a lot of things about Daniel that you just heard, but what an impressive young gentleman you are. The Governor General's Silver Medal is awarded to the student with the highest academic standings at the undergraduate level, and this year's recipient, of course, is Daniel McCloskey. Born and raised in Calgary, where he graduated from Bishop Carroll High School in 2012 before beginning engineering at the University of Saskatchewan in the same year. After his third year of engineering physics classes, he participated in the Waterloo Institute for Quantum Computing's undergraduate school on experimental quantum information processing. And if you think I didn't have to practice that, I did. Before working as a National Sciences and Engineering Research Council-sponsored research assistant at the Institute. During this time, he became the second author on a research paper on optical quantum communication systems that was later published by the journal Physical Review Letters. In the following summer, he worked again as an NSERC-sponsored researcher, this time as an experimental condensed matter physics group at the U of S. I didn't practice that one enough, sorry. In his final year, he was the vice president of the recently formed student group Sask Invent, as we heard, which seeks to apply engineering, medical, and business knowledge to the solution of practical problems in healthcare. Daniel discovered a passion for applied mathematics through his third-year engineering physics classes, which inspired him to begin taking courses towards a degree in applied mathematics in 2015. Daniel is graduating with a degree in engineering physics from the College of Engineering and a degree in applied mathematics from the College of Arts and Sciences. He'll, as mentioned, will be moving to Melbourne, Australia in July to begin a PhD in physics at the University of Melbourne. His research will focus on applications of physics to the design of neural prosthetic devices such as sensory retinal prostheses and direct brain-computer interfaces. It is my absolute pleasure to present the Governor General's Silver Medal to Daniel James McCloskey. Congratulations. Well done. You got a handful there, don't you? You're going to look right out at that note. Thank you, and congratulations.
Ma'am?
Oh,
Daniel? Good afternoon. My name is Patty McDougall, and I serve as the Vice Provost Teaching and Learning. I'd like to call forward Dr. Haley Heslin. Your Honor, Eminent Chancellor, it is my pleasure today to present a University of Saskatchewan Master Teacher Award to Dr. Haley Heslin, Associate Professor in the Department of Agricultural and Resource Economics, College of Agriculture and Bioresources. Dr. Heslin maintains that learning occurs when we challenge our own perceptions and beliefs, and when we are willing to change our behaviors to become better people. I can't think of a more fitting mantra for a master teacher. The criteria for the Master Teacher Award are derived from the University of Saskatchewan Learning Charter. To our knowledge, we are the only university in Canada to have such a charter, and it maps out the commitments and responsibilities of students, faculty, and the institution as a whole. Our master teachers create a vibrant learning environment, one that values and facilitates active learning. This means creating a space where students are encouraged to think broadly and engage respectfully. Dr. Heslin has taught over 40 courses at the undergraduate and graduate level. She's taught in her home College of Agriculture and Bioresources, but she's also taught in our School of Environment and Sustainability and in programs like the Indigenous Peoples Resource Management and Northern Governance and Development. She has taught both at home here in Saskatchewan as well as abroad in Turkey, Kazakhstan, the US, and China. Dr. Heslin is consistently ranked as one of the top teachers in her department and college, and in 2013 she received the Dean's Award for Excellence in Teaching within her college. Dr. Heslin maintains that her role as a teacher is to deeply engage with her students by getting to know their passions, to enlighten them to their own potential within academia and beyond, to empower them to be successful intellectually and emotionally, and to support and congratulate them as they excel. Our master teachers demonstrate positive teaching by being effective, by assessing student learning in a way that is fair and relevant, by providing students with opportunities to give feedback, and by being responsive to that feedback. Dr. Heslin's colleagues speak about her, how she embraces authenticity, insight, and innovation by taking a coaching approach to teaching with the intent to enhance learning outcomes and student performance. She coaches students to take ownership and responsibility for their own growth, both in the classroom and outside. Her students maintain that when they leave her classes, they come away with an understanding of multiple sides of an issue, and they speak about Dr. Heslin's teaching has enabled them to open their minds, think critically, and develop an informed opinion. Master teachers at the University of Saskatchewan show a sustained commitment to their teaching practice and to continual improvement. Dr. Heslin incorporates a discipline of continuous improvement throughout her approach, whether it be during course development or in her delivery. At least in part, as a way to grow as a teacher, Dr. Heslin obtained a credential in executive coaching from Royal Roads University in 2015. And finally, our master teachers are expected to provide leadership in teaching, particularly with regard to living out our learning charter, both within their department, college, as well as across the university as a whole. And Dr. Heslin has established herself as a leader in Northern education in Canada and internationally. She served as Dean of the U-Arctic Office of Undergraduate Studies for 4 years, representing the University of Saskatchewan. Her service to the University of the Arctic exemplifies her commitment to making education accessible to Northerners and Indigenous peoples. Over these past many years, Dr. Heslin has been successful in working alongside her students in partnership to effectively convey a most important message, that knowledge is power. I am grateful to Professor Bill Brown and others in the College of Agriculture and Bioresources who put forward a compelling nomination for our wonderful colleague. I present to you our Spring 2017 Master Teacher, Dr. Haley Heslin. I offer her my sincere thanks for all that she brings to the discovery and learning missions of the University of Saskatchewan.
In my former role as Assistant Provost for Institutional Planning and Assessment, I was always in between the meeting and lunch, or the meeting and dinner. And so I appreciate this has been a very long afternoon of speeches, and I will try to go very quickly so you can get on with your celebration, your much-deserved celebration today. Your Honor, Eminent Chancellor, Mr. President, platform participants, graduates, and guests. I'm Pauline Mellis, and I bring greetings from the University of Saskatchewan Alumni Association. As a proud alumna of the University of Saskatchewan and an Alumni Association board member, it is my distinct pleasure to congratulate the class of 2017 and welcome our newest alumni to our network of 150,000 in 100 countries. Today is a very special day. As you end one phase of your life, you enter a new one, joining the graduates of this distinguished university who are making a difference in Saskatchewan, Canada, and throughout the world. The ceremony today, the gowns, the hoods, walking across the stage, the parchments, shaking hands with the President and our new Chancellor, is a symbolic mark of this new phase in your lives. You have come far. Think back to your first few days on campus, and you will go far. You will take with you a powerful toolkit, your education, experiences, and connections here at the University of Saskatchewan to assist you in making your mark in the world. Please know that our alumni have made good use of their U of S toolkit. Our alumni are leaders in virtually every field of endeavor, including business, public policy and public service, health, crop and animal science, the arts, engineering, sport, and athletics. Now, when you're the last speaker to speak, a lot of your examples have already been stolen, in my case, particularly by the President. So I'm just going to go through a few examples of key individuals in the colleges of agriculture and bioresources and in engineering. So for agriculture and bioresources, know that one of our alumni was Lawrence Kirk, the first president of the Alumni Association, who became chief of the plant industry branch of the Food and Agriculture Organization of the United Nations. Keith Downey, James Harrington, and Brian Harvey, who's on the platform today, renowned crop breeders. Chancellor Emeritus Ted Turner, former head of the Saskatchewan Wheat Pool. Curtis Posniak and Pierre Huckel, part of the international team to map the wheat genome. And in engineering, Don Bateman, who invented the ground proximity warning system and other aviation safety features now standard in commercial aircraft. Brett Wilson, entrepreneur and philanthropist. Tom Anselmi, president and CEO of the Ottawa Senators. Susan Curry, CEO of the Centre for Affordable Water and Sanitation Technology, helping improve access to safe drinking water and sanitation in developing countries. And Jack Poole, the chairman of the board of directors for the 2010 Vancouver Winter Olympics. So you see that wherever life takes you, in further studies, in your career, or in your personal life, you will not only follow in the footsteps of these distinguished men and women, we hope that you will create, we know that you will create your own story and add to our collective alumni story. Your knowledge, experiences, and relationships developed here at the University of Saskatchewan will help you on your life's journey and assist you to help build vibrant lives and serve communities wherever you are. We, fellow alumni, wish for you much joy in whatever path you choose. We hope that you will never lose the thirst for knowledge of the kind that you acquired here, thinking critically, questioning conventional wisdom, striving to know more and to do more, and through curiosity and dedication, making your own mark in the global community. As you do so, please stay in touch with your university through your alumni association. Get involved in branch activities. Send in updates on your activities to the Green and White, our alumni publication. Stay connected with us through Beyond the Bowl, our online publication. Find ways to engage with your alma mater so that you remain a part of this university community, wherever your path may lead you. From all of us, congratulations and welcome.
It's me, I think. Well, I want to thank you very much, everybody, especially the graduates and parents and friends, for making this a memorable afternoon. I'd like to thank very warmly our Lieutenant Governor for making this a very special event, together with the Ministers of the Crown, and supported by the wonderful faculty that we have. It's a terrific faculty, terrific president, administration, and to all the graduates, obviously. And I'm going to add someone else, another group. To all the parents and friends who supported the graduates. I say the graduates, don't forget them. They're very important. And with those words, today's session of Convocation hereby stands adjourned. We meet tomorrow, Mr. President, at 9, is it? 9 o'clock. If you want to come back, you're perfectly welcome to doing it. Space may be a bit tight. The speeches may be a little bit stale, but thank you all for coming and making this such a memorable occasion.
Could I ask you to rise for God Save the Queen? And following the anthem, would you please, those in the hall, please remain where you are for the departure of the Lieutenant Governor and the platform party. Thank you.
Thank you.